welcome back to Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke Randomizer, which will never stop being a mouthful, I swear to God.
Oh, cripes, that played really loud in my ear.
Man, I can almost hear it from over here. So yeah, last time I think we hatched an egg with a Butterfree, and I named it Gontet because I like Gonta. One of the very few things that come out of Danganronpa V3 that wasn't total shit. Yeah, so I believe we are here to beat up some people in black pajamas today.
Yay, violence!
What are you gonna say?
Welcome to the Pokemon world, where everything's resolved not with violence, well, actually with violence, but violence between Pokemon.
Everything is solved with violence between small cuddly creatures and the occasional giant nightmarish one. I still cannot believe I got a fully normal Charmander, or Charmeleon, which still has not learned any non-normal moves. Like, I have recorded one more video after this for the batch, and it still has not learned anything that is not normal type. I do not know what is going on with the randomizer right now.
This is why I don't mess with... Uh-oh, here we go.
I like how he's like, if I was fit, my Pokemon would handle it. Like, what's that got to do with anything, buddy?
I assume it's because he's paralyzed on the ground.
He can't stand up long enough to tell his Pokemon what to do.
I guess technically you could just press the ball and then give orders from being back down on the ground, but that just kind of lacks a certain intimidation factor.
By the way, for the record, I still want to mention that this has to be one of my favorite battle themes of all time in any Pokemon game.
It's really good. I don't remember what the Heart Gold Soul Silver one sounds like, but I vaguely think it did sort of do a good update to it. I don't really remember, though.
Trust me, it did. I'll share it with you later.
Okay. Sadly, I could not, like, patch it into this game, because it's still a ROM. It still has the limitations of the Game Boy Color, but hey. Also,
I also still want to know how you're magically teleporting money to your mother.
Putting the Zubat in front, huh?
Yeah, the reason Gontet and Zuzu are currently low level is my thought was, okay, I can use these to help me catch Pokemon. Also, I'm moving around here trying to encounter something because this is still a new area, a new route, so I was like, I can catch the first Pokemon here, but I never got an encounter. And I don't know if that's because there is no encounters until you beat Team Rocket, or if I was just very, very lucky. I don't know that much about Johto. Yeah, it's a thing that turns out to be a very, very bad idea a little later.
Speaking of a very, very bad idea, just look at Wooper. There's a bad idea if there ever was one.
You are not kidding at all. I do not know what in the world they were thinking about when they made Wooper, but I could say that for a lot of Pokemon. I think that's my mantra for the Unova games. What in the world were they thinking?
What were they thinking? Exactly. I mean, you know... Here I thought they'd literally scraped the bottom of the bin when they made a trash bag Pokemon.
Trash bag Pokemon came after Unovas, which is even worse.
No, it didn't.
I thought it came in Alola.
No, hey. Trubbish and Garbodor were Unovan.
Oh. That shows you just how much attention I ever played when I actually paid when I played Black and White.
How do you play attention?
I'm sure someone has found a way.
I'll have to look up see there's actually a game called Attention.
I'd put
Just name a
search on.
Pokemon Attention, and then you can play Attention whenever you want.
Yeah, I think I've said it before, but the only things I ever liked about the Unova games were N.
There's a surprise. Just between us viewers, Nyx over there always has a big thing for the Bishies.
Oh, bite me.
I'm sure you'd rather they do that.
Now, girls.
No, I'm sorry, I was just so shocked that Maverick actually made an innuendo joke there. My brain kind of briefly shut off. You're usually like the pure snowflake of the group.
Me?
Yes! Compare compared to Pie and me, you usually are, yeah!
Those Slowpoke sprites are terrifying.
Alright, fair enough, but still, when you're gonna lob it over the plate like that, I'm gonna take a swing.
Okay, I will be fair, the whole reason I like N is because I actually thought his concept was pretty interesting. And I admit that I am completely jealous of the fact that he is a math genius. I wish I could do math like that.
Yeah.
We all do.
Sometimes Wormmage, you can even add 2 plus 2 and not get 5.
Yeah. But one thing I did learn, did you guys realize that N is like... Sorry, what?
Hey, Kurt, thanks for being fashionably late.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's fine, he's got a broken back.
I like my Kurt better than this Kurt.
I do too.
Also, for those who have never played the Johto games, I guess I should actually talk about the game we're playing and not something like 4 generations down the line. Kurt will make you what's known as specialty balls. The balls are actually pretty cool. They have, I think, some of the best design for Pokeballs in the series, and they can be really useful. Like, for instance, the Moon Ball will actually catch stuff with, I think, a ×4 catch rate if it evolves by a Moonstone.
So you'd want it
I didn't know that.
good for catching, like, any of the Nidorans,
Clefairy,
Clefairy,
Jigglypuff.
yes. Jigglypuff, yes.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
There are 2 main issues with that in this current playthrough, though. The first issue is that in Crystal, about half of those specialty balls are broken and just don't work. Like, I don't remember what the actual list was, but I think the Quick Ball? No, the Quick Ball's something else, isn't it?
So you're thinking of the fastball.
Yes, thank you. The Fastball, which is supposed to catch Pokemon that run away better or something like that. It only works on 3 Pokemon, and you can't find a single one in the wild. So that's a problem. Also, the isn't there like the Pokeball I think that lets you catch the opposite gender Pokemon better?
The Love Ball.
Yeah, the Love Ball is actually inverted. It has a higher catch rate against a Pokemon that is the same as the current Pokemon you're using's gender, not
Holy
opposite.
crap.
Hey,
Back
maybe
then,
it's just progressive.
Nintendo was allowing homosexuality.
God, I wish. But yeah, so down here in the Slowpoke well, we found a Mareep, and it is a poison steel type. And you can briefly feel me on the other side of the screen thinking, why are there so many steel types attracted to me right now?
Apparently you have a magnetic personality.
That was a good one.
So, yeah, Manny. Honestly, I'm not really all that fond of Mareep, and it makes me incredibly sad. Yeah, apparently these guys have that, like, disease that makes you look like you're way younger. Oh, that was close.
Got
Zuzu!
Jigglypuff with Mach Punch out of nowhere. Yikes.
Yeah, that was, that made my heart jump a little bit. Luckily, Zuzu survived it. If they survive with even 1 HP, they're still good, thankfully. At this point, I wanted Vanyu to sort of finish scooping it up. I also wanted to get that amulet coin in the game so that I had some more money to work with. But with Mareep, I really like Mareep, I really like Flaffy. I hate Ampharos. I honestly think Ampharos is terrible looking and ugly. If it was in another Pokemon line, I don't think I would mind it as much, but the fact it goes from a really pretty, beautiful, fluffy sheep to like an ugly, naked, bald thing, I couldn't stand it. I can't stand that kind of thing.
Weirdly, I think it's more like a kangaroo than anything.
Yeah, I could see that, actually. That might also be another problem I have with it, is it doesn't look very sheep-like. But honestly, I just can't stand the fact that it went from a big fluffy sheep to a bald thing, is really my main problem with it. It's the same problem I have with the Dragonair line, Dratini line.
Yeah,
Is
they
it
did change very drastically.
Cute Serpentine Dragon to well, not as cute actual dragon.
I kind of call it a Barney dragon. It looks like it's one of those animatronics from those kind of children's show things.
Oh my God! So you're thinking Dragonite is from Five Nights at Freddy's?
I think it's a little too
Where
cute
my
for that.
Okay, maybe, but
A
still.
little too cute, and it's missing the fact that it's leaking pus out of its orifices and possessed by a dead child.
Okay. Alright, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this in a Pokemon stream.
Okay, in my
Have you
defense,
seen Pokemon?
yeah, I would say in my defense, Grimer, Muk.
Alright, point taken.
I don't think you can talk about bodily fluids being off limits in a Pokemon game.
There's a surprising amount of Jigglypuff flying Pokemon in this gym.
It's because they're all the same trainers. I think I said this before, but it has been a while. I set the randomizer up so that it what's the word? It favors consistency. So like the same type of trainer will have the same type of Pokemon.
Okay.
It's a lot less interesting though. But for a Nuzlocke,
Below you.
yeah, I kind of did some overgrinding a bit. That's gonna be a theme.
Well, duh, I mean, in a game where one wipeout is all it takes to end a Pokemon's career.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's my nightmares.
That's pretty much it, and something that's gonna happen in the video after this is gonna make me even more paranoid.
Yay!
But let's not talk about the future just yet. Spoiler alert.
Oh, you say spoiler, I say it makes people stick around to see it. But yeah, since all the bug trainers are considered a singular type, they kind of favor the same sort of thing. Speaking of nightmares...
It's that way they made a horrible Pokemon even more horrible.
Also, I feel a little uncomfortable that a small child has a Smoochum. I guess technically Smoochum is a small child itself, but still. And here you can see me getting lost in the small, tiny gym with, like, one pathway. Because that's just kinda how I roll, and that's why nobody lets me drive them anywhere.
Not even in video games.
Artist Pansy.
That's a curious looking bug, mate.
I kinda wish the randomizer would change what they said their type was to fit a type they actually have, but that'd probably be too hard.
Yeah.
Skarmory, okay?
That came out of nowhere.
That could be a bit of a problem.
Wait, when... Oh, never mind.
Or it would have been if Vanya didn't one-shot it with a critical hit.
A super effective critical hit, no less.
Whatever type Skarmory is taken is weak to Ghost, so that's, I believe, either Psychic or Ghost itself? I think those are the only two types that are weak to Ghost in this generation.
Sounds about right. Fire, by the way.
Hmm?
What type of gym leader would you be? Fire.
Ah, yeah. Me, it's actually pretty hard. For those who don't know me, I kind of have like a trio of Pokemon that are my absolute favorites. But I thought, and there is no way to get all three Pokemon together, even if you do like a themed gym instead of a type gym, or you have your the Pokemon know your signature move, even if they're not your same type. But I think I would honestly have to go with Dark for my gym leader type. It's a really hard decision between Dark and Ghost, but I think Dark has more Pokemon I like in it. Also, we completely pasted Bugsy all over the wall, and we now have a badge to show for it.
You mean Pansy?
Yes, Pansy. I would have talked more about him.
Pansy was an absolute pansy.
I would have talked more about him, but that's his fault for not being interesting.
Oh, he's a bug type trainer, like a. Uh-oh. Here's something
Hey!
interesting to talk about.
Quit lying, he says, as I proceed to immediately get ready to punch his team directly in the face. What did I even name this kid? I forgot. Oh, I just gave him the name Silver. I probably should have named him, but, you know, whatever.
But too late now. You want to start all over.
God, no.
Exactly.
I'm in this until either I completely run out of Pokemon, or I get a total party wipe and my only options would require insane amounts of grinding, at which point I'm probably also going to call it as a failure. It's kind of a reasonable one, I think, if you get a total party wipe, you call it a failure, because in the Nuzlocke world at that point, the Pokemon probably kill you as well, because your team can't protect you anymore.
Well, that's grim.
Technically, so's a Nuzlocke!
Yeah, good point.
Even though it's mostly just to be a challenge sort of thing, if you actually think about it, it's pretty grim. Also, Dunny here is still remaining our rather consistent wall.
Which is amazing considering what a miserable Pokemon Dunsparce is in the first place.
I don't know, I think I looked it up its stats, and it's actually got pretty good defensive stats. I don't fully recall, though.
Yeah, but it's Dunsparce. What is it supposed to be?
I wish I had an answer for you, because I have no idea. Stat-wise, at least it's a tank, which is always helpful on our team. Though we can't really take much advantage of it, because I have no guarantee I will be able to set up a situation where a tank would be useful.
Pretty big talk for a guy who just got his ass handed to him.
That's Silver.
Silver in a nutshell.
Yeah. That's pretty much just how Silver is. Talk big even while you're face down in the dirt.
Well, sometimes that's all you can do.
Also, funny mental image for thought, if this version of me ever came across Silver standing in my way, I'd probably just shove him off the bridge into the water.
Yeah.
I don't got time for you, come on! There's a sale at the Celadon Center! Get out of my way! Also, Mom bought us a Repel, which... cool.
Yay. Well, I mean, your force is coming
something.
up, so definitely yay, but still.
Yeah. It's not quite as ridiculous as the super potions that she's been getting me is, but still useful. Hi! Still useful.
Hello.
Oh, hello, ugly.
What I'd love to know is how the heck could you find a wild Steelix since they only evolve by trading?
Think really hard about that question, you'll come up with a really sad answer.
It looks like some slowpoke got lucky while he had his tail in water somewhere.
Maybe all the Shelter just, like, immigrated to this place or something. So what type of gym leader would you be, Pi, while we deal with this really stupid minigame?
Unfortunately, I'd have to steal Maverick's answer and go with fire.
Really?
Yeah, I picked it first.
Yep.
Come on, Nat.
That's,
you know.
actually
It's literally the only one I would have gone with.
really? That's a surprise to me, considering,
What would you have thought? What would you have thought?
I was thinking either Ghost or Grass to fit with Decidueye, since you really, really like that Pokemon.
Yeah, that is an option. But there's not actually a lot of grass types that I like, so
Which is
I'm
understandable.
not sure how well it would work. I've never really thought about it all that much, though.
Yeah, for the gym leader question, I usually assume a full team of 6, even if you're only like the first gym leader, just because I think if you can make a full team of 6 of a single type, then that's a pretty good indication that
By the way,
you'd be good in that type.
speaking of this Farfetch'd you're chasing around, did you see its new evolution for Sword and Shield?
I did not. You're gonna have to show me after this is over. I didn't realize Farfetch'd got an evolution. I just knew about Zigzagoons, which makes me actually want to use a Zigzagoon now. Also, I'm doing terrible at this because I'm still in the Heart Gold Soul Silver mindset, so I'm thinking, okay, clearly I have to, like, approach it from behind? But it's not working, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just kind of ineffectually flailing at this stupid bird. It's like, here I'm just like, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Also, take a step, get an encounter, take a step, get an encounter.
Maybe you should have seen if you could get more repels, yeah.
I really should have, though I don't think repels unlock until after you get the 3rd badge? I'm not totally sure. I ended up just using the super repel I got somewhere because, god damn it, I don't want to get encounters while trying to figure out this stupid puzzle. I really hate this. This is like the stupidest puzzle in the world. I don't care whether it's in the original games or if it's in the remakes. This is just dumb and not fun. There's not even any real indication of what you're supposed to do. Like, okay, you're supposed to hurt it towards the dude, but how? Obviously it moves away from you, but then you have situations like this where it could technically move to the right, but it moves down for no real reason. Because you're not blocking it in. These aren't like one-way paths.
Watch out for that tree.
That was incredibly satisfying to watch, I'm not gonna lie.
Just bonk.
Bonk. And finally done with a stupid minigame. And I've got an HM. And slight spoiler alert, this is actually going to become one of my favorite HMs in the game.
Oh, wow.
Cut, I believe, got turned to a dragon type move. Which, let's just say that made it really, really useful for many. Also, there's that shrine we will never be able to do anything with. I don't think I finished talking about Kurt. I did talk about how all of the apricorn balls are, well, not all of them, some of them are broken. The main reason we're not going to be doing anything with them is because they take time to make. You give Kurt one apricorn, you wait 24 hours, and then he gives you one Pokeball, depending on what the color of the apricorn is.
Huh.
That's a new item.
I guess they didn't fix that until the remakes?
I don't know what the Berserk gene is. I've never seen that before. What is that? Okay, it's useless. Got it. But yeah, anyway, they did fix, I believe it was the Hoenn games where they fixed the apricorn balls because you can import into Hoenn. But it wasn't until Heart Gold and Soul Silver that Kurt would actually take more than one ball. But the fact that it still takes 24 hours just really makes it not worth it. Like, I guess it's okay if you're going to be doing a catch-em-all run, because you're going to be spending time anyway, or if you're a very, very casual player. But you get Fly so late, and you have to basically micromanage Kurt and make sure to check every day and give every day, go check all the apricorns, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. It's just a pain in the butt, and it's really not worth it. I honestly hope that Sword and Shield and anything after either make the apricorn balls buyable, or give you some kind of reoccurring, reasonable way to get them. Because I do like the fact that Sun and Moon let you just find one of each apricorn ball everywhere, but the fact that it was only a single apricorn ball was kind of...
God, you aren't kidding.
At least
They need to come back.
Yeah, it at least let me get a couple of the balls of Pokemon and balls I really, really liked. Like, I've got a Lucario and a Moon Ball, which was basically a dream for a really long time. Thanks for the free TM, lady, I guess. It's Giga Drain! I should probably hold on to that for a while.
What does that have to do with Pokemon not appearing?
What she does is, I believe in the original game she gives you something like Attract, which I don't really know. I don't know much, like I said before, I don't really know much about the original Johto regions, or even the remake ones, but still. Yeah, it's just not worth getting the apricorn balls from Kurt. I really do wish they would just make them buyable. Like, can you not make a specialty store somewhere?
Seriously. You're telling me they don't export them anywhere?
Yeah. And it's sad, because like I said, I think they have some of the best ball designs in the game, but it's just... To be fair, that is also up there with the fact that you need to stop taking out good mechanics we like, you pieces of shit, towards Game Freak, but, oh well, what are you gonna do? I especially don't care in this generation because you can't see the Pokeball you're using in this generation, so it doesn't trigger my need for being pretty.
It's sweet scent that she gives you, actually.
Ah. Oh yeah, can't you use that out of combat to force an encounter?
Yes, actually.
I thought I heard about that.
Sweet scent causes wild Pokemon to appear when using a field move, provided the player is standing in an area where wild Pokemon would normally appear.
I honestly just found it to be an easier time just walking in the grass than opening the menu, going to the Pokemon, using the move, waiting for the animation and pop up to finish. So let's see, is Zuzu going to help me catch another Pokemon? Take your bets now.
Not Pidgey.
It's a Pidgey. Female Pidgey. Level 12, that's not too bad. The main problem, and this is going to sound utterly hilarious because it was to me too, Zuzu is too strong. Yes, a Zubat is too strong to help me catch Pokemon. Because so many of her moves are really high damaging ones.
That is a really weird thing to say about a Zubat.
It really is, but hey, Pokemon Randomizer. So Pidgey just jump kicked her. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, that was
It
close.
lived. And got paralyzed, too.
Sweet! That heavily increases the chance that it's going to stay in the Pokeball, and that peck actually kind of hurt.
Youch.
So you need to get in there. And you need to stay in there this time, Miss Pidgey. Woohoo! We have a pigeon now to add to our team. What typing is this? Well, you'll never know.
Now, why is that? Because you're never gonna use it?
Because it goes into the box and I forget to check. I do eventually remember to check it later on, but I don't remember what type it is. I think it was another... I think it was another pure steel type. Because for some reason this game wants me to be the steel gym leader, even though I hate 90% of steel Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
But you like Lucario, right?
Yep, Lucario is one of my top 3. But Lucario did not a steel team make.
I'm just imagining you as a steel gym leader with just 6 Lucarios now.
6 Lucarios, half of them have a Mega... One of them has a Mega Stone. No, so 2 of them have a Mega Stone, 2 of them have Z Crystals. The other 2 have hold items. Good luck.
Oh, that's adorable.
The little Pikachu kid? Yeah, I actually really like the Pokefan sprites in this generation. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if there are actually any other steel Pokemon I like besides Lucario. I actually can't think of any.
I can. I know you like yourself some Aegislash.
That is true. I do like Aegislash, so that's 2.
Let's see, who else we got?
Wow, your voice got kind of distant there, man.
I think he's looking at his laptop. Also, apparently Sandshrew resists Ghost. That's a little new on me. I don't know of any type that resists Ghost. I know there are types that are immune to it, but I don't know any that resists Ghost. Maybe Dragon? I think Dragon resists a lot of things.
Actually, Dark and Steel resist Ghost.
I thought Dark was just flat out immune to Ghost.
Nope, that's
Interesting.
normal.
So that was either Dark or Steel.
Dark's flat out immune to Psychic.
That's right. I knew it was Psychic. I thought it was also Ghost for some reason.
Like, Ghost is strong against itself and against Psychic. Weak. Well, right. Actually, Ghost and Psychic are weak against Ghost. Dark and Steel are strong against Ghost, and Normal flat out negates Ghost.
Also, I want to know a random fun fact.
Always.
For a long time, people thought that it was the opposite, that Psychic was super effective against Ghost. Do you know why?
Because the only Ghost type in the original game was also part Poison.
Yep, but there was actually another reason that people don't really know. It's because the Psychic type was heavily bugged in the original generation games.
Right.
They were immune to the Ghost type rather than weak to it.
Yeah.
So if you brought out a Gengar against an Alakazam, the Ghost type move would be completely ineffective against the Alakazam, and then you would get hit for super effective. So a lot of people just thought it was the typing.
But let's be fair here. There weren't really any good Ghost moves at the time anyway.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you make a special-based Ghost, and all the Ghost moves are either crap or physical. I don't understand how that thought process works.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that. I mean, there's only 3 Ghost type moves in the first game. Confuse Ray, which doesn't hurt at all. Lick, which is, and Nightshade, which always does your level of damage.
Lick is okay, but only if you've really got a Pokemon that has the attack stat to work with it, and
Yeah.
Gengar's a special attacker.
And Lick's power is 30.
Yeah.
So,
It could still be viable if you had an actual attacker. It's not gonna be great, but it could still be usable, but I can't fathom that. You design your Ghost type to be special, and then you don't actually...
And actually, guess what? That 30 was used in Generation 6. It did have a power of 20.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Also, meet Teddiursa. Vanya's...
Looks like he's got his
About the
hand
only
shoved in his
po-
mouth.
Only good thing that would come out of Lick was that it had a 30% chance of inflicting paralysis.
Also, he actually does, Pi. In this generation, Teddiursa is sucking on its paw.
Yep,
Wow.
it
You've got a
dips,
big mouth, Teddiursa.
it dips its paw in honey and eats it.
Also, just
Oh, that's cute.
for amusing thing is that Teddiursa is Vanya's greatest enemy, because Teddiursa can actually hit him pretty hard and is immune to Ghost type.
Yeah.
So Vanya does not like Teddiursas.
Bone meringue, huh?
It's Steel type, believe it or not.
Wow. Must be Wolverine's bones then.
You know, that adds a horrifying new layer to Vanya's strength.
Well, you think
You're just surrounded by steel today.
think she's rocking the adamantium skeleton?
I think it's possible he might be, yeah. Boomerang is actually... okay? It's not very strong, but honestly, I kinda need a not very strong attack to try and catch Pokemon. So I was actually kind of happy to see it. So I decided, okay, here, let's check out this route. Let's see if we can find some Pokemon here, right? Can you already see the folly of what I'm doing?
You
The fact
forgot
that
to
you can't
heal.
see.
I did forget to heal, but that's not what I mean. The problem is that there are actually no Pokemon on this route except at the end of the first part of this route. So I have to go through all of the trainers to get to the grass. And I don't really want to go that far before challenging the gym. I just kind of wanted to see if I could catch something else. Also, the idea of a Sentry using powdered snow is just really weird.
Yeah.
What's so weird about it? That's exactly what they do in Alola.
Because this is not the Alolan one, it's ground type, not ice.
How do you know? the randomizer, remember? It could very well be Ike.
Actually, you've got a really good point there. It could entirely be an Ice-type
okay.
Pokemon.
That girl okay? She looks like she's spinning a lot.
She might be drunk.
What do you mean might be? Of course she is.
Also, here you can see my time-honored tradition of, holy crap, this is a city, I have no idea where I'm going, help, I am lost. Also, I think I walked past the game corner like 3 or 4 times, but that's because, fuck the game corner. Especially in this generation, because guess what? The slots are terrible. They actually made the slots harder to win in this generation than in any other game ever. And you literally only have the slots as an option. You can't do anything else. So I was just like, it's just like, I don't want to do the game corner. It's not worth it. Let's go shopping instead. At the risk of sounding stereotypical feminine.
But you're playing the boy.
True.
So in that case, isn't it not quite so stereotypical?
I hope you just realized that. I'm just imagining goals with like painted nails and a dress. Drinking a mocha.
That's kind of a cute mental image.
You could probably pull it off. Look at all this crap I've got. I don't know what I should keep and what I shouldn't. I know for a fact that I never use the X items. They're really, really good to use, but unless you're doing a very, like, a specific gimmick type of thing, it's never really worth carrying them around, at least to me.
I always forget I have them.
The thing I've seen is that on things like speedruns or gimmick challenges, they're really, really good because you can set up on a certain Pokemon and then you can sweep a team that in any other case you have absolutely no business winning against. But the key word there, the problem there is that you have to have a way to set up. And the general teams that I run for go for a offense is the best defense sort of idea. Where they kill their enemy in the first shot. I never really carry a lot of tanky Pokemon, so setting up with X items just is not a strategy that works well for me. And I've never had it work well even when I have tried it.
Well, at least there you know you can get repels.
Yeah. Maybe I was wrong about the badge thing then.
Yeah, there is no, quote, badge thing in this game. Just where you are is what you can buy.
Oh. I thought they did the badge thing in this generation and then took it out. Guess I was wrong. One of the best things I've ever seen for X item setup is, that's not the right staircase.
I like how it takes you a few seconds to realize that.
I was just thinking, this selection is awfully familiar. Wait a minute. Also, the super massive vitamins that are just insanely pricey. One of the things that I have seen people suggest is, like, get a Nidoking, teach it a bunch of TMs, and then just set up with X speeds and stuff like that. And apparently that works really well. Lets you go through the entire game with just a single Nidoking, but that's not how I play. Those vending machines are servers, I can never tell. I think they're supposed to be vending machines considering we're in a shopping mall.
Yeah, it'd be odd to find servers just there.
Wow, rude! See if I ever talk to you again.
No, you should keep talking to them just to annoy them more.
I'll make Anubis melt the little whatever it is. Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to buy any of those.
That sucks.
Yeah, I wanted some little gachapon things. Gacha? I think it's gacha.
Yeah,
Gacha.
I think it's
Gacha's
gacha.
right.
There's something called like gachapon, but I think it's actually something different. But yeah, that was it. I decided to end it at the Celadon corner. Because I thought having a shopping trip was good enough and I was gonna get ready to fight the worst gym leader in the entire history of the Pokemon universe.
Oh boy, that sounds promising.
It's gonna be a thing, so we will see how that works next time.